Okay, so such an interesting game. Ha! And nanka sanka sanopa die. Me was stories, me the stories ne bro. Na me the game I'm share no so edi and wasam kakra dia bro. Very, very unfortunate. Let me tell you why I say this is unfortunate because game I'm share no na it deserve say enya 2, 3, 4, 5 6 goals. Our game anymore. Honestly. It was a gamer. Now it deserved more. Fortunately, you know one pay. It was a gamer, two sides, being a clear chances. Clear, if I say clear chances, especially Arsenal in the first half and later, in fact, early stages of the second half. But again, for the Arsenal one, you say, Donnarumma. Wow. Donnarumma will prove me wrong. And I love that. See, I am someone. My family says, you. Can we come and mention that? Because, hey, Donnarumma, me feel, Let me Jenindi. Because I felt to say, 3 years ago, PSG didn't no win to me compete was because of him. Na onyade. Afi. But surprising me, sir. I said, well, you improve too much. But I was not wrong at all because that Donnarumma those days it was bad. But today, Akwan Wayade. Season where it's a Paris Saint-Germain Edum Pempensoya Madrid. It is because of him. The kind of saves are why. Hey. Senyor no. Ebia or a normal goalkeeper bia. Arsenal could have scored 3-4 because Bobu me aka say me say we dia atom Martinelli 1v1 o born we through sad there. My goodness, Donnarumma, I shock him you. Oh my goodness, I shock him. And Arsenal without Thomas Partey, there was suspected said Declan Rice but drop it deep. Now Mikel Merino so dropping from the false 9 so that Trossard will play as the number 9. That was quite expected. PSG team need to see ni more and Caninoa nani expect to more. You understand? It was a gamer. Arsenal for about 10 shots, 5 of them and an A on target. PSG for no about 11 shots, 4 of them and an A on target. You can imagine. You understand? Arsenal. Set piece is not on money. Now, come to think of it. Now, watch this very well. Mikel Merino go now share from set piece. A typical Arsenal team. So when him say you miss the ball with set piece, just to me, Gina baby out to me say ball name form home crab. No matter rallying anymore, no matter. So quite expected. PSG for consider goals from set pieces pass, so Arsenal wanted to take advantage of that, and I love that because on the normal say we opponent in the weak points, you maximize it. And see, Arsenal being Arsenal, almost started so much through we car, then the kicker will look up, and now boy Mikel Merino didn't tikai. No question somebody say, even the Paris Saint-Germain team had given up. They thought the ball was in the net. Only for VAR to say, wait, young go check it. And I know Arsenal fans are extremely disappointed. I understand your points, Charlie. And the way I'm sorry. Mikel Merino, you're offside. And yes, sir. It gave me a game in the best time because that time Arsenal build up. You see, let me go back and explain things to you because in the game, early stages of the game, a PSG for no more ball. Wow, Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, my star boy did me feeling mami who me top 3 made for this wingers said they be America. Boy, me feeling the brutal only born. Not quite a fast so tormented, during team. And again, let me also state this. I saw a clear penalty. Now somebody marked PSG for. Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, a foul ball or dribble during Timber. Timber then in such a children, and that was a clear penalty. Come on. Where the referee. A clear penalty. Because are you infringing a penalty there? Penalty box, oh yes, sir. That's what it is. That's a clear penalty. No excuse. I don't know why the referee decided not to give. And then our first half, Nana maintain referee bias because Bakubi, I fucked to say Arsenal had an advantage. Meaning the entire referee J foul. Bukayo Saka no Mendes you know. Mendes trying to protect the ball. Bukayo Saka kofa ball. And the Mendes is shielded. Bukayo Saka then started the Mendes echi. When we answer Mendes, I say we lose control kakra intina or theater we on make as Saka then and he ball no. And our kofa ball. The referee said foul. Oh now come on. I thought it was not a foul at all. Me menu so dear Dabi. Inti what seems the decisions ni bi wa na kwa ebi wa na aba. By early stages in the first, Kivicha Karaskala, naturally he was doing very well. Anyway, me was stories who and na me chawa hasis. I must say interviews near DNA ni pa don't work cause they say kasai pa we'll have a conversation about that. But you know, I wasn't surprised that PG for share early go Dembele there. Season with 45 games, 45 goal involvement. Akwane numbers now was brutal. Numbers are not brutal. And see, I think say later on Arsenal for grew in the game, and I love that. And the chances are two teams, you know, just like I was saying. And the Pamia as a game with the 1-0 say how? Because I have enjoyed football. Chances, no. When me show ball, chances if loose I'm like, yeah, it is good. But Arsenal for after CPG 4 goal, no, they were just bent on getting the equalizer. Back when we say Mikel Merino or quiet tapping be and a draw nervous then a night funny chihi ball. No, Arsenal claims and almost penalty, but referee said no. Well, anyway, referee no more get out. And pam. Well, maybe the referee say we be a bit messy. Game no you know. I'm Vitinha say on the man of the match. I'm farmer Donnarumma there. Vitinha Bobo there. Anyway, I felt to say Donnarumma is doing very well. Huh? Anyway, and see, I know I am summer. I know say PFU over. Yay, right? More for stories. Charlie, my mom other stories. I mean, for Nini and Kabo because there are lots of stories that I was saying. Yes, so Ghana for so follow because latest sports stories. You know. Well, one of those things is so very interesting to know. And say, and then Madrid for Omabre pa. The kind of troubles they've been going through. It's not easy, and yeah, it's a crowd because. And a major story we catch us say Antonio Rudiger wakoye surgery. He operates, you know, and he's going to be out for a while. Now, Ariano, omuye training in the Barca, Kylian Mbappe is not training. Alaba is not training. So, okay, no problem. There be a omu inside omu training. Only for this evening, you want about say for Mendy. Madrid for the abetu just say we pra anyandi wait me at twice season also. Well, and you may ask so Abba David Alaba Madrid for the statement about Bontin says here. David Alaba say after tests carried out on our player David Alaba by the Real Madrid Medical Services, he has been diagnosed with a rupture of the internal meniscus on the left knee. Into David Alaba so proper. And he says and now alone 3 plays out. And now 3 players. They say Madrid for defense, you know, it's been scattered. And I'm wondering how they are going to compete Barcelona for the rest of the, you know, league matches, especially Musansu Clasico. Because they say Rudiger out, Alaba out, Adam Militao Kradiache, Ore Kabayala Diache, Follow Mendy so out. Internet just a defense one day. Why would they say Aka Lucas Vasquez, Aka Raul Asensio, Aka Ferran Garcia, and Jesus Valeu. These 4 players. Unless you say Carlo Ancelotti at the place me be quite Nafi or Marco could defend it, but for now, Madrid, I'm sorry, but yeah, easy. I feel very sad for you. Injuries, no, I had been crowded because I had been very, very unfortunate situation. Anyway, I can say Inter Milan forces so Barcelona for and then Moko Montjuic wo akwa ye shake up kakra. Ewianum eno bedru Barcelona krumu. Of course, they have a game against Barcelona and almost so akwa ye shake ups na kakra fine. And we are waiting for game because so probable lineup Inter Milan they likely say obeshi according to Central Fakoshe Inter Milan for training. Almost they are looking at Jan Sommer in post. Of course, they normally play 3 at the back. So Jan Bisek akwa will be feeling brutal. Francesco Acerbi Bastoni. About Dumfries, about Dimarco on the wing backs. Nicolo Barriela, Çalhanoğlu, Henrik Mkhitaryan, and anybody for the Lautaro Martinez, and Marcus Thuram. Said Thuram day he's back. Of course, Mikacha said, Aguana said we see here in India definitely is going to be back. But it is what it is. Okay. Carlo Ancelotti. When we say yes, say or sneaky call London, no sound so back. It's okay, Brazil from Penny for you. I can say, I want to craving, you know. I can't to hear more to when you come back, when you go to Brazil and stuff like that. See, okay, but Oba Madrid City, whatever, but Oba, when you make a crack, into ne Oba no, and Bas and St. John also a captano. Into overdrew very late because on the Brazil for now arrangement. Brazil crowd, no say they are reporting say Okodulan no ne Casimiro Akasa. Se Casimiro master they drew the obebo body be into a likely say Carlo Ancelotti kwa abema Casimiro abebo body be you know these are stories I don't swear few about that just say anybody about Carlo Ancelotti they say how him say Crawford one obey use mo and so edo omo very interesting anyway. Let me move on and talk about other issues. There's one story Marca Fona a report na me atwetwe maso say how is this possible because Marca for say Jude Bellingham niya e fani Jude Bellingham Madrid for air shisheno Madrid for air pen. Anyway, because story you buy mo so Jude Bellingham so post on ni nuya no a picture am semester mo person mo kire saying because story we dey I mean family t-shirt anje Eric Dyer buy Munchen for center back former Tottenham for center back nyame adoma season e ba na wi a the contract e ba na wi ye mate so ni AS Monaco I agree I be we nti ye twen say nyame adomo a e ga season ba na wi okwa Johnny AS Monaco was sign a contract until June 2028 nti Eric Dyer there okọ what you say well for Liverpool yes still almost scout say 3 strikers Benjamin Sesko, Alexander Isak, Victor Osimhen, 3 strikers. And yes, a new war for no place a bit my bar across no. A dear on my treasure to a table so. You know Antoine Semenyo and answer Brian Imbuemo for Liverpool. That's the conversation. And also a free a hoba. We are the ever train. The baby beard wants to make bro. And upon the catcher say Manchester United. Omo akwa hwehwe abranti ye fenom okay Lobutska Stanislav Lobutska wakwa bisa na ho asem say Medford no confuse say ko betimi abona na ho asem etesen na enwumre yi me kopɛ update kakra update amatene say omo say nyamnya duma sama no dra boy no release clause 25 million euros little above it 25 million euros you know what the infant say 26 million euros well interesting. What's us? A very interesting conversation. Pa. Maybe say Man U would be willing to pay her because Saudi Arabia clubs also interested in signing Lobushka. But for now, let's wait because me and Kasana meaning say say uncle. Talking about Manchester United, they have a game against Atletico Bilbao and they're Bilbao for a training. You know. Now Ohaini Sanchez also on your part of Bilbao for training. This guy is very good, but Nancy injury say had a year power. Na yenim say nyamya too much number drew no be training there. But for now and that when training Man U for me almost rest akwa one mo be dia senke advantage you. But let's wait and see. Well, I've told you, say, Real Madrid for Epe left back, Milos Kekes. Matter say, 3 options, a Real Madrid for table, and also, Milos Kekes, Alvaro Fernandez, Benfica for left back, no, and Miguel Gutierrez, and the more player, my boy, no Quenya, say, Onosun Konantiaja, or Kobo ball, was 0, and so for now, we are waiting to see what will happen. For now, well, anyway, left back. I have doubts if these man. Well, anyway, me sure. Real Madrid player of the month for April nominees, you know, Camavinga, Chouameni, Jude Bellingham, Fede Valverde, Vinicius Junior. So we await 5 players in Chusumako for player of the month for the month April. You're trying to say, we'll be able to abaso so Eddie Man, the baby behind one summer so bro. Lautaro Martinez, a striker, the man in Tablan, on St. for Abisan say, what's the center of what higher comparison between Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi? Na San Samna Yanko for Kano, Uso Musing, and also ono die, Ayana on Pesses and Kofobe comparison. The way to catch in and say, Messi dear, Obien wo we are so bit me compare to Lionel Messi. In the end, comparison. However, Lamine Yamal also an important player and so at the man Tima Yefeno Barcelona so far, he's playing very, very well. Now our lots of talents in and who may yes someone for very respecting, but all respecting and just go and compare him to that of Lionel Messi. And we say Barcelona for the Domano some major treble. Now oh and no neighbor na San o can want some say no so no the way to me can say omo Inter Milan no me expected say the last 3 years every year biano Inter Milan position with me compete for UEFA Champions League semi-finals and also final and any idea you see so far ball mabono omo hwe him say Inter Milan beat me age trophy into Inter Milan for dream say on be final no makwa trophy in reference to question and answer for Ubisan about treble no or say I'm planning in and team in the budget. In this basically you one in no more person moje trophy the NHS all trouble na open dey say enya dia ono so beso so Hans flexing am yantomo next season obetna club mu waka say ne nije e wo Barcelona in essential for no problem and we hear some maybe say some questions about the future say he is staying. What I say, and as a for Kobisa and say Inter Milan lose what was me and say advantage any Barcelona now. And also derby Champions League a different ball game cry. Or say look the year partner so 2 games so many Inter Milan bono. Or say a very difficult game or prepare. Just say all leave any stone on 10. Was a Champions League a different. Inter Milan losing 3 games consecutive, it will not affect them in the Champions League. I know in some coaches, so I can say, about Europe, open best defense, what Europe, because say Inter Milan defense, but I know Krana Esho Munkrai say, how do we beat Inter Milan's defense? Or say, I know any idea, apart from that, he thinks that Inter Milan they are good midfielders, they have good attackers, so it's going to be very difficult for Barcelona, but they will try. Try as much as possible. Say, and then we call Kai Eddie Amam, Lamine Yamal say. 2015 Barcelona 4J Champions League. No more no mususwa. Obo alamasia ne mun. Eno na ye omo reference point. Nti omo kai jumedia. Those years Barcelona for Edan nti de bia no e wo mutirim some person go back echo wini trophy ni bio enso edema Barcelona. Well, and also Inter Milan team no nya kwan ahwe omo players who feel omo e Inter Milan Nicolo Barella and Lautaro Martinez or say Inter Milan enya counter attacker kwan sa players ni faso lazy ball passes between them. Emma ball ni ko dey no say omo fantastic to watch. Inter ni nije pa about watching these guys so say they are very, very good players. Well, Manchester United for third goalkeeper Tom Heaton. Manchester United for the 1-year contract. Ako to him say on extended contract for 1 more year. 1 more year. It's say again. And yes, so extending no about second and answer first. Name obey third goalkeeper no, but he should extend. Well, for Onana the Manchester United priority, you see any goalkeeper. Almost other positions, anya de wo mutrim som kwa koto goalkeeper enimoni ya chese bia makacho se chese bia sika kese bi fi Saudi Arabia ba na ebemo moja Onana but for now ne de obi anfese can buy no mu push Onana out, so there are key positions they are looking at. What I say beyond that, meanwhile referring to Manchester United, Manchester Sir Jim Ratcliffe so when say umwa na o se mpanyifo ne bi wo ha ma yedwuma pro do mo ha dwen nti yetwam contract him munkofi yes enche for sanso beba na another cut na beba no is going to affect senior staff members and know a story and also a PFE woba what is a Dusan Vlahovic and Juventus in the end such as yes sending tokwa ne sia pai ne die yes two clubs no two parties ni nyina agya say ade ne de enye Juventus na enye nti no de keka kone de omutwom to William say nyame adoma 6 in ba na wie they will find a way out to terminate what can have ye pastor former PSG format for that and now to stance no mo hwe Arsenal any Paris Saint-Germain game. We're talking about that game. Very interesting conversation because and the game me who Kai Havertz, before game, Jafono born a black cape and all in the Thomas stay party a buy. Now initially, Gabriel Jesus have a conversation. In fact, Arsenal players don't want Gabriel Magalhaes, those boys that did not play were around now to support the team, but it is what it is. In the stance, now Arsenal for Penyin Pa Josh Kroenke on also bag game and it looks like Mikrami Hungana ya ini pakidi. So I think I saw a video like that. I don't know whether it's today's game, but a flashy minute. So it is going to be very interesting, very very interesting. Arsenal for second leg is still open. And then end-to-end stuff, but it is what it is. Paris Saint-Germain for no needed win away, but far from over. What do you see? My son switch out for Ebra. Adios, bye bye.